Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is ALIAH binti ARIFFIN. I'm from CDCS 2514A. Today I want to demonstrate about Dvwa attacks, SQL injection and brute force. First of all, what is Dvwa? Dvwa is a damn vulnerable web application, is a tool and recipient of attacks. It's a PHP or MySQL web application intentionally designed to be vulnerable. So Dvwa aims to allow penetration testers, web developers and security professionals to test their skills and tools in a controlled environment and learn about securing web application practically, safely and legally. SQL injection is attack consists of inserting of injection of a SQL query via the input data from the client to the application. A successful SQL injection exploit can read sensitive data from the database, modify database data, execute administration operations on the database, and some cases issues commands to the operating system. Now I will demo SQL injection attack in Dvwa. So first of all, we need to log in to the Dvwa page first. And then we go to Dvwa security and set the security level to the lowest one. So this sets all protection off so we can see how vulnerable codes behave. And then we go to SQL injection module. Now I will enter a normal value which is number 1. So this gives us only the user with ID 1 because the query is executed normally. So this shows how the page is supposed to work. Now let's move to the first payload I will use is OR 1 equals to 1. So this payload modifies the SQL query so the conditions becomes true. Even if the user ID is invalid, the database returns a result proving that the logic is compromised. Now I will run it and we'll see the output returned by the server. So this is the output as you can see. So the second payload I will extract database version. This payload will add a union select that forces the database to show its versions. Information disclosure like this can help attackers plan more advanced exploits. So let's submit it and observe the result for this second payload. So the third payload, I will use union select null user, which is return the current database user account. So here, the SQL query reveals which database user the application is running as. If this user has high privilege, the attacker could manipulate the tables or read the sensitive data. So I will run this payload now, and so you can see the output. There is the user for the current database. The last payload I will use is union select null concat first name last name user password from users. So this payload pulls data directly from the user tables. It shows how SQL injection can expose personal information such as names, usernames and even hash passwords. Let's execute it and check the output. So there is a hash password. We can crack it from the other website. I will show you. Now we go to the crack station and copy the hash password from the admin username, and then we paste it here and we will crack the hashes. And now we can see the result is the password. The password is our password from the admin user. Now let's move to the second attacks, which is brute force. What is brute force? Brute force is password cracking, the process of recovering passwords from data that has been stored in or transmitted by a computer system. A common approach is to repeatedly try guesses for the password. Users often choose weak passwords such as single words from in dictionaries, family names, any too short passwords or predictable patterns. By creating targeted word lists, which is generated towards the target, often give the highest success rate. So in this demo, I will use burp suite tool to help to automate the brute force process. This tool allows attackers to send multiple login attempts quickly by inserting different passwords from word list into the request. Now I will show you guys the demo for the brute force. First of all, I will open the burp suite and click start burp to launch the application. Before the beginning attack, I go to settings, go to burp browsers and enables the option to allow burp browser to run without a sandbox. This step makes sure the browser loads correctly. So next, I will go to the target tab and click the open browser. This will open the browser window is automatically configured to route the traffic through Burp Suite. In this address bar, I will enter 127.0.0.1/dvwa to access dvwa page. We'll go to the dvwa menu and select the brute force. And then I will open the proxy tab in the Burp Suite to make sure the intercept is on. And then I will enter a username and password and click the login. So the Burp Suite can now capture the login request. The next step is I will sending the request to intruder. Interceptor request. I click on user agent and send the entire login request to intruder. This step allows intruder to reuse this exact request to perform multiple automated login attempts. And then I will go to the intruder tabs, and here I will click clear as to remove all the default attack positions. As I will manually highlight the admin username and the password value in the request and add as to markers around them. This marker will tell the intruder which part of the request it should modify during the brute force. Next, I will setting the attack type and word list. There is 4 attack type, but I will use the sniper one, which is will test one payload at a time. Under the payload tabs, I will load a password list. For this demo, I will use the John list, which contain common passwords. Now I will start the attack. Intruder will send the multiple login request to dvwa. So each time replacing the password with a new value from the words list. In the result tables, each row represents one login attempt. Most attempts shows the same status, the same response length, and the same failed login page. To find the successful attempt, I will look for a request where the response is different. This may be a different response length or successful message in the body. When I click on a response and see welcome to the password protected admin area, so this confirms that the brute force attack was successful. So this message only appears if the usernames and password are correct. So it clearly indicates the valid credential have been found. So from this attack, it shows how weak login system without protection like rate limiting or account lockout can be brute force using automated tools like a Burp Suite. The conclusion that I can conclude from both of the attacks is this attack shows that DVWA is vulnerable when proper security measures are not in place. SQL injection allow access to database information while brute force enable guessing passwords. So these attacks highlight the importance of input validation, secure coding, and strong authentication to protect the web applications. That's all from me. Thank you.